FlossTube, it's Mary, the Disorganized Stitcher. I think this is video number 3 on my new channel. Although I've been on FlossTube for over 5 years on my Mary Beasley channel. So thank you for joining me over here. We are in the middle of May, if you are watching in May, with Stitch Mania. Quarantine hair. I'm just like whatever with this hair right now. And many of us are doing Stitch Mania. I said that I wasn't going to do it. No way, no how. I have too many whips. I'm overwhelmed. I need to just work on what I have. And then when I get a feeling like I want to start something, I will. But then I watched a bunch of FlossTube last night. And I was watching Stitch, I watch all my favorites plus some new ones. I watched Sunshine Stitchers, Lindy Stitches, Miss Oh So Crafty, Stitchin' Mommy, which I will get back to in a second, Blitz Stitches. Those are the main ones that I watch, but I watch a lot, and I found a new one last night that I love. She's not new, she's been on for a few years, but I'd never seen her before. Her name of her channel is Stitch Bliss Corner, and she's awesome. She's a British lady, and she stitches beautiful things, but she is hilarious. She told the funniest story last night about her neighbor, and it had me in tears with laughter. So if you want to go check her out, be ready to laugh. It's Bliss Stitch Corner, and she's doing kind of a Stitch Mania type of thing. So anyway, I had seen Lindy Stitches say she's doing Stitch Sania, which some of you have seen, and that's like starting one a week, which I thought, well, that might be doable, but I don't know if I'm really into starting at all, and I just want to work on what I have. And then last night I watched Stitchin' Mommy, and she talked about starting in Joan Elliott, her first Joan Elliott, and her, she showed it, and I was like, wait, I want to do that. She asked if anybody wanted to start a Joan Elliott with her, and I was like, I do, you know, so like I have Joan Elliott is way up there on my favorite designers. Last year I actually finished a piece by her, my first, The Medieval Lady, and she is amazing. She looks gorgeous. She was such a joy to stitch on. I literally loved every bit of her doing her, and so I could totally start another one. So I'm going to do that starting the 28th with Stitchin' Mommy. I don't know if she knows it yet, but I'm going to start that, and I'll show that in a minute. So then of course that got me to thinking like, well, I guess I could start a couple other things, maybe one a week. That's going to be the 28th. So I could start something else. So I came up with 2 other starts. So I'm going to start 3 things, and I will go over those plans near the end of the video. Now let me show you, let me get right into it and show you what I have been stitching on. I didn't start anything new yet in May. We're on the 9th. But in April I started this one. This is a Hobbit House. I don't know if it's any particular Hobbit's house. I know it's not Bilbo, and I know it's not Sam, but I don't know what color Frodo's door is, so I don't know. But it's a Hobbit in the Shire. If you don't know, I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Hobbit, my favorite book, Lord of the Rings movies. I just showed the Lord of the Rings movies trilogies to my kids the last couple months, and we've had a marathon of all 3 a number of times just in the last couple months. We were going to go in April to meet all 4 Hobbits at Comic-Con in Orlando, but obviously that got postponed. So that's too bad, but we've been just totally devouring the stories. If you don't know Lord of the Rings, the Hobbits live in a place called the Shire, which is lots of green grass and trees, and it's totally like the idyllic, peaceful, homey place, and lots of green grass, and they live in the hillsides, and they have a little door in the hillside. So this is the top of the bluff, the hill with the grass. This is the top of the design. And one thing that I love about this particular picture pattern is this laundry line, this clothesline here. It is the cutest little thing. It's laundry flapping in the breeze. That's a little blanket or towel or something right here. You can see, and there's more along here. This is by Cute Patterns by Maria, which is an Etsy designer. She's a Russian designer who has absolutely adorable things from various fandoms and animals and cutesy things. And I have wanted this pattern for quite a while. I had my eye on it. It was in my cart. And I finally went and did it when we were watching the movies last month. And so there it is. I actually ran out of one of the greens and I was missing some of the colors. So I ordered them from 123 Stitch, but they're out of a lot, you know, right now. They're hard to come by. So I got what I could, and then the rest of them I'll just have to wait on those. So there's that. And then I've also been stitching a lot this past month since my last FlossTube on my Dimensions kit. This is a Treasured Time from Dimensions Gold. Christmas Village. I just love it. And I just started putting in the sky, so that really changed the look of it. Really makes it pop. And the edges. The edges are like right up here and here, and there's a lot of stitching still to go. So it remains to be seen if I'll have any margin on the ends or if I even have room to stitch to. I'll have to take it off the frame, no doubt, to get all of it in. I was watching a FlossTube yesterday of a lady who has a huge collection of Dimensions Gold kits. I believe her channel is Jen M. Bauer. I hope that, or Bauman. I hope that's right again. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. But she's got beautiful dimensions. She stitches a lot of dimensions. And she mentioned that some of the Ada, she had to switch out because there's not enough. And I saw that, I think, where else did I see that? On 123 Stitch, on a review for another kit. It was a smaller kit, but they said that too, they had to switch out because it wasn't enough. I didn't measure, I just assumed it's dimensions. So we'll see. I've had that problem with the Disney Dreams kits from MCG Textiles, but frankly, that's not real surprising. But I would be surprised if Dimensions had a problem with that. So we'll see. I haven't done a Dimensions kit in forever. And I love it. It's just gorgeous. And I find that it goes pretty fast because it's mostly half cross. So the picture fills in quickly. However, as some of you know, it's sometimes 5 strands of floss, which gets a little hard on the wrists and the fingers. So I have to take breaks from that. But it's gorgeous and it gives it that, literally that dimension of like that image. So they're definitely just, it'll be really pretty. And this, the sky is reflected in the pond. So I can't wait to get to that because I think that will add so much. And I just started putting in the pine trees as well. But this pine tree keeps going on way up here to the tippy top. And then there's supposed to be more sky. So stay tuned. We'll see if I can even finish the whole picture. If not, I'll just crop out the edges, I guess. I also worked on my Mirabilia. I'm trying to watch the time because I'm trying to keep this short. Relatively short. Here's my Mirabilia lady. This is Garden Prelude. By Mirabilia, obviously. It's stitched on a fabric flare print, 32 Lagana, called Pink Sunset Beach, or some variation thereof of those words. And I'm not loving really how it looks on it, but you know what? I'm too committed now. I'm not going to start over. So I am so ready to get her done. I can't wait to get her bow in there, and I can't wait to get the dress finished. It's so pretty. The colors are so pretty. But it's a lot of just, I don't know. I feel like I've been stitching on that dress forever. This is my first Mirabilia, and it's stunning. And my kids are like, Mom, like, it looks like real satin. Like, it looks like folds. Like, how do they do that? You know, it's amazing. It really is. Nora Corbett is really talented at what she does. And I do love it. It's going to be stunning when it's finished. But I just need it to be done. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's almost there. I worked on the front part this past month. Okay, that's my whips, I believe, for April and the first week of May. Now I will show you my haul. Well, only one haul because I'm going to show the other haul. The fabric of the month for Picture This Plus for April was Pansy. It's this beautiful purple color. I'm not holding it up because it's in this Q-Snap, which is my daughter's, which she probably is going to want to do her own thing with showing you. But this is 32 count Lagana. It's a really, really pretty purple. Very true purple. You know, it's not like a gray purple or a pink purple. It's just, I don't know, purple. It's very pretty. Very pretty indeed. Now, did I see? I don't even remember what I said now. Did I talk about Stitch Bliss Corner? I don't remember. I hope I did. Oh shoot, I hope I did. Okay. So tomorrow I am going to start another Dimensions kit. I hope I don't get these two mixed up and I can keep them separate, although knowing me, that's unlikely. This is Japanese Garden. Too much glare. I'm sorry. Does that work? Kind of. Yeah, very pretty. The story with this is that a couple of years ago, I was given this for my birthday or Christmas by my mother, and it's been in my stash for a couple of years. And my daughter one night, it was like midnight, I was up stitching. My daughter woke up. She was probably about 6. She's 8 now. And she asked me to start this. She found it and she brought it to me and she said, "Mommy, I love this. Will you start it?" And I told her, "No, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I've been stitching. I'm not ready to start a new piece. Like, I've got to go." You know, it takes a little bit of you got to have some wherewithal to start a new kit. So, but she really wanted, she was begging, pleading me. And I was like, I was so tired. And I got cranky and irritable, poor thing. And I was like, "Okay, fine, I will. And that'll make you happy." And so I opened it and I started and I did a couple of stitches in the center. And then we went to bed, and I put it away and I haven't gotten it out since. So I've always felt really bad about that. And every time I see it in my stash, I feel guilty that I was acted like that to her. And so I really need to get some stitches in it so I can feel better and I can redeem myself. It is beautiful. So, and it's one of her favorites. So hopefully if I stitch on it this week, that'll kind of make everything better, I hope, for now. And then the next thing I'm going to start is I'm going to jump into my Mill Hill Christmas Village. It is, Miss Oh So Crafty did a bunch of the Christmas Village, and I know some other people did too, on one piece, the little villages. I love Christmas villages. I have the Michael sets that I have collected over the years, and I always set that up every Christmas if I can. So I am just in love with these little buildings from Mill Hill. So I have about 4 or 5 of them, which I think I showed in another video. This one is Town Hardware, which is the one I want to start with. Again, the glare is not working with me. And then this needlework I just picked up a few weeks ago on Stash Unloading, and that is just out of the package because my daughter had opened it to start it. She decided she didn't like the perforated paper, but I have the whole kit to do. And I'm going to do that on Picture This Plus Dwarf. This is 28 Lagana. I thought it might be nice to have them a little bit bigger. This is in Dwarf. I think I just said that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to try that. Miss Oh So Crafty had a diagram. She did a beautiful snowflake border, and she did like a bunch of them, and I don't know how many I can fit on here. Probably not as many as I would like. They're about 5 by 5, I think, and I haven't planned it out, so we shall see. But I would like to do the border. The border is really pretty and sparkly and nice, and it was like snowflakes that she put, so I may do that. But knowing me, I'll probably just jump right in and make a mess of it. So I still don't know if I mentioned this other FlossTube video that I found last night, and if I'm repeating myself, I'm really sorry. I filmed this video twice already and I had to redo it, so that's why I can't remember if I said anything about it. So I found this new Stitch channel called, well, it's new to me, excuse me. It's called Stitch Bliss Corner, And the lady is just hilarious. So go watch her. If I mentioned it, then that's another reminder to go watch her. If I didn't mention it, then yeah, she's really funny and she stitches beautiful things. So go watch her and laugh and enjoy her latest story on her May 8th video that had me in tears. Okay, there's that. That's out of the way. That I know I covered it. So, and then here's my Joan Elliott that I'm going to start with Stitchin' Mommy on the 28th. This is Ladybird Fairy, and I have a little note here that's signed by Joan. Just says thank you, Mary, but still it's her. So I ordered it directly from her website, so that was exciting. And I'm going to do it on this piece, which is not looking right in my camera. It is not this aqua. It is actually a very pale, well, not very pale, but it's a pale blue. It's called Beach Bound, and it's from Hand Dyed Happiness on Etsy. Hand Dyed Happiness makes really pretty fabric. It is not, it is not as modeled as some of the dyers. I have several of her pieces, and they are all fairly solid. This has a teensy bit of white in it, but it's not very easy to see. So, I mean, that has its pros. So I'm going to do Ladybird Fairy on that. Right? So hopefully that'll look good on there. Can you see the difference between, well, again, this is not the right color, but anyway. I think that that's it. I hope that everybody is doing really well as can be in this time. You know what? We're just staying as sane as we can with our Stitch Stash and our Maynia. And whether you're stitching something new every day or you're just working on one piece, have fun, enjoy it, and I hope y'all are doing great. I know I'm starting to get cabin fever. I'm a homebody and an introvert, as probably many of us are, and I even am starting to miss people and going out. I miss Disney World, which I hope that doesn't sound trivial, because there are way more important things than Disney World, but I miss it because this time of year I usually go a lot. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, just stay safe, stay well, and have a good May, and I'll see you guys hopefully next month. Happy stitching. Bye, guys.